The existing ACC45 form has been updated to include new functionality. To open an ACC45 form, click on Module, Accidents, ACC45. Under the Main tab, you will see that you can now add a maximum of 10 diagnosis codes instead of only 3. Also, the time of accident is now optional rather than mandatory. In the Work and Referral tab, the following changes have been made. The employment name and details are only required if the patient's employment type is an employee. For all other employment types, this information here is optional. The previously named employment type of shareholder employee has been renamed to company owner or part owner. ACC also requests that the employer's country and postcode details are sent, but at this stage these details are optional. In the Work Capacity section, there are additional checkboxes regarding the patient's ability to work. These fields specify the unfit for, from, and to periods. This section is greyed out if able continue to work normal hours of work is selected. If the employment type is company owner, or part owner, or other, you do not need to provide details for this section here. Error messages will display if information is entered incorrectly. ACC does not allow any period of more than 14 days to be given off work or on alternative duties. And finally, there is a new physical restrictions section here. This is to be used if the patient is able to do selected or alternative duties. Please note, there are no changes to the referral information section of the ACC45 form. As well as the ACC45 form, ACC require additional patient-related information to be submitted. This information is in relation to the patient demographics contained in the patient register, as well as location settings. For a full list of what is required and whether it's mandatory or optional, please refer to the full release notes. The ACC45 form is a one-time submission, hence should not be edited and submitted multiple times to ACC. Therefore, once the ACC45 is submitted and accepted, where the status is receipted, it will be uneditable. However, if the form is rejected, parked, or yet to be submitted, it will be editable. Prior to this upgrade, you were able to change a diagnosis after the successful submission to ACC. This has now been prevented, so if you require a change of diagnosis post-successful submission, you will need to complete an ACC 18 form or change of diagnosis form. The existing ACC45 electronic lodgement utility will be utilised to submit the ACC45 form. This is found under Utilities, ACC, Electronic Forms. The differences now are that the Settings tab has been removed, as well as the ACK and ACC web buttons, as they are no longer required. You can still select to send all completed forms or select the specific forms for lodgement. For each ACC45 claim file processed by the ACC eGateway, a response message is received. This will indicate whether it has been receipted or failed on submission, and the statuses will be displayed under the Claim Status screen in the ACC45 tab. This is found in Module, Accidents, and Claim Status. Here you can see the ACC45 tab. If the ACC45 form has failed, the reason and error message will be displayed under the Error Details section. Also, the statuses uploading and loaded have been removed from the filter, and these are no longer relevant. And finally, if you have any older ACC45 forms that are yet to be submitted or have been rejected, they will be compatible with the new ACC45 data elements. It can be resubmitted with all mandatory fields auto-populating.